Hello and welcome to Neighborhood Real Estate Update, where we bring you hyper-local, timely, and accurate information about real estate in zip codes all over San Diego County. Today is June 21st, 2023. It's the first day of summer. You're never going to get any more daylight in a day than you get on June 21st. So get out there and enjoy that. The June gloom is burned off and it is plenty sunny out there and not too hot yet. So it's a great day here in San Diego County, and we are looking at 92131 Scripps Ranch. We're going to go through the currently active, pending, and sold in the last 30 days. We're going to take a look at number of listings, average market time, and then we're going to get into average sale price history over the last couple of years using our customizable InfoSparks graphs. And if you want a graph customized to your home, your neighborhood, your zip code, or all of the above, just let us know. We can customize that graph for you, send you a link, and all you will need is that link going forward, and that graph will update every single month. So remember to ask us about that. And with that, let's jump right into Scripps Ranch. Of course, as always, before we jump into Scripps Ranch, let's take a look at the total number of homes for sale in San Diego County, which is right here at 2493. Yesterday, it did top 2,500 briefly for the first time in a lot of months. I don't know exactly how many months. I'll figure that out for the Thursday San Diego Market Watch segment. However, we have been seeing this number going incrementally up over the last 7 or 8 weeks. You know, we started out at around 2,000, and then we were vacillating between 2,000 and 2,100, then 22 and 23, and now 23 and then 23, 24, and now between 24 and 2,500. So really, while inventory has grown quite a bit percentage-wise, the number of actual homes on the market difference is roughly 500 from about 8 weeks ago, and spread that out across the entire county. And it really doesn't do a whole lot to alleviate the inventory situation in San Diego County. It is still very, very tight out there. However, now in every zip code, you probably do have, 5 or 6 additional properties than you had, just 2 months ago. So, looking at 92131, active, pending, and sold for the last 30 days, we have 63 total, and let's have a look at how those shake out in terms of active, pending, and sold. What we've been seeing in most other zip codes is far more pending than active, although the ratio has gotten tighter. Again, 8 weeks ago, we were seeing twice as many pending as we are active. Now in most zip codes, there's maybe 30% more pending than there are active. And so here in Scripps Ranch today, there are 22 active listings with an average market time of 23 days. And that is pretty lean and mean in terms of average market time. And 22 is more than we've had yet this year. However, still not very much when you consider the size of that zip code and how many homes there are. And now let's scroll down a couple of clicks and see, only 20 pending. Okay. This is the first time we have seen this condition anywhere in many weeks, where we have actually more active than pending. This is interesting. So we got to keep our eye on that, whether or not this is just a temporary blip or whether there's actually something changing at in this zip code. When you look at Scripps Ranch, a lot of these properties are in the higher price points, and with today's interest rates, those are definitely challenging. So I don't know, maybe we're going to be seeing some slippage in demand at these price points. We don't really know yet. However, this is the first time I've seen more active than pending in any zip code in quite a while. And when you look at these 20 pending, the average market time is 44 days. And there are a few, we've got 179 days on this one, 337 on this one, 145 on this one. So a few properties really pulling that average market time up. And then in the last 30 days, we've had 21 close. So the numbers are pretty even. 22 active, 20 pending, 21 closed in the last 30 days with an average market time of, holy cow, 12 days on these. This is just a blazing fast market time regarding what has actually closed in the last 30 days. 12 days is nothing. That's barely time to get the home on the market, get it shown for 2 or 3 days, and go through all the offers. 12 days is fast, fast, fast. So we will see how that continues to shake out as the pending average market time is a lot higher. So, as promised, let's get into the median price history here and see how things are faring in Scripps Ranch. As I mentioned before, these graphs can be customized in a number of ways. What we're going to do today is just look at one zip code. We start out here, we can see all of San Diego County here on this blue line and Scripps Ranch on the orange. Of course, there's a ton more data when you look at the whole county, so the line is much smoother. But let's get that out of the way so we can just see Scripps Ranch by itself. And what we're looking at right here is median sale price. We could go average, we could go median, we can look at percent of original list to ultimate closed price. We can look at market time and all sorts of other metrics, price per square foot, just all sorts of stuff we can look at here. What most homeowners seem to be interested in is what are prices doing in my zip code? Is now a good time to sell? Is now a good time to buy? I can promise you now is a good time to sell, but let's have a look at this in more detail. This represents 3 years worth of data. So going back here to January of 2020, a little more than 3 years actually on this graph. So January of 2020, the median price, when you lump all property types and sizes and ages together, was $914,700. So that was January 2020, and here we are today at $1.11 million on average, or median price. So that's interesting. That was May of 2023, the last data point we have. And then going back here, it was actually a lot higher in December of 2022, which is kind of different from some other zip codes. The median price was actually lower in most zip codes than it is today. And this probably represents an overall lack of data points. There just aren't that many data points going on when you have 22 properties or 20 properties or less selling in a 30-day period. But that is interesting that the median in December was 1.462, and here we are in May at 1.110. And also we got to keep in mind Scripps Ranch has a lot of higher end properties, so if we had a few of those close in December, that would weight the median. So that would be actually interesting to do, because we can say, look, let's look at properties 600,000 or less, and the median is still lower today than it was in March, but it is higher than it was in January. And then if you take that away and look, let's go to $1.2 million or more. Yes, the median is actually way down from where it was here in April of 2022. So that is interesting, and we can break these things out and look at it in all kinds of different ways. But right now we're just talking about everything in one shot. And if we pull this time period down to a year, then we're only looking at 1 year. And of course, we can go back to November of 22 to see the lowest point that we've seen in 92131 over the past 12 months. Or I'm sorry, it was here in April of 23, which again is doesn't make a ton of sense relative to what the rest of the market is doing. So Scripps Ranch isn't necessarily behaving exactly like the rest of the zip codes out there. and be interested if anybody has any thoughts as to why that might be. But when you look at another zip code, for instance, let's just punch up 92129 here and see how it compares. Now see, here's 92131 in orange, 92129 in blue, and the lowest point in Scripps Ranch was here in November. The lowest point in 92129 was January. So it's not a significant thing, but interesting to compare the two, and just another example of what we can show you with this data. So if you have a data set that you would like to track, one zip code compared to another, your neighborhood compared to another neighborhood, we can narrow this down to neighborhoods, zip codes, individual streets, whatever you like. So that's what's going on in Scripps Ranch right now on the first day of summer in 2023. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Tune in tomorrow for San Diego Market Watch, where we're going to take a look at the whole county and what's going on since last week and over the past 3 months, and how it's different now than it was then or not. And with that, I will say see you later. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later.